Hi, so welcome to my first ever YouTube video. So I just did this little speed build of this little fishing hut. I'm really in love with how it turned out. I do this quite a lot. I like record little builds, but I never upload them because I always kind of pick fault in them after I've done them, or like I feel like, I don't know, it just isn't right. But I was so in love with how this turned out, I couldn't pick a fault in it. I mean, well, now I've edited the footage, I can pick out about 50. But I'm not going to waste all the time that I spent editing this together. So I'm uploading it, like whether I like it or not, it's going on the internet. So I kind of designed it in the style of like a little tackle shop that kind of just been like abandoned, and someone's just kind of moved in and it's just kind of squatting in it basically. It's off the grid, which I'm really loving, the off the grid lifestyle. I've done it quite a few times when I've played through. It's interesting, it kind of, I don't know, it's a new way to live, I guess, which is quite fun. It kind of adds more challenge to the game, because obviously when you do rags to riches challenges, you kind of, the phone and stuff still works, and I don't know, yeah, sinks and stuff, I don't know, but this is different and adds a lot of challenge to it, like I've just said before. But it's difficult to decorate off the grid house because there's stuff that, like, obviously electric stuff is not gonna work, but you don't really think about it. Like, I went to place something earlier and was like, actually this isn't gonna work, like I can't put this in here. I think it was like a hot tub, and obviously a hot tub wouldn't work. I don't know why I even thought it would. I think I forgot I'd done it off the grid. But yeah, I really love how this turned out. It's kind of a little, oh my god, I love this toilet. I don't understand where this toilet's come from. I think it's obviously from like the debug objects. I don't know if it's something we can like craft on the work table, but I thought it looked really good in there because it was either that or the vampire's toilet, and I think the vampire's one is quite ornate for a little shack. So I found that one. I thought that one would fit a lot better. I love that Strangerville bathtub as well. I didn't, when it first came out, I was like, oh my god, I hate this bathtub. I don't understand why we've got it. It doesn't fit any purpose. It doesn't look nice. And now we've got this. It's like, oh my god, I've never seen anything that's fit so well into this pack. Obviously the shower that we got with the pack is also off the grid, but it's like, it's something you'd expect to see like at the beach, kind of when you come in now from the water, you kind of just wash yourself off on one of them. Or is that something you expect to see in a house? So I did three chairs on the table, because obviously one of the chairs is an end table. I thought that was like a little continuity thing. I thought would be, I don't know, I found it interesting. You probably won't. So yeah, I messed around with these boxes a lot throughout the whole, because they're too, I should have sized them down one more, but I was like insisting they would be quite big. I shouldn't have. I should have just sized them down one more. They didn't cut into the roof, because looking back I kind of want the roof that way, but I kind of didn't clock that I should have sized it down until after I'd done like a lot of landscaping in a bit, and like a lot of kind of the trellis kind of plants on the roof, and I just, after that I was like, oh my god, I'm not moving it around. Like, it can stay like that. So yeah, it's difficult with the lighting, really difficult with the lighting. I don't know if I've already said I really struggle with the lighting. I probably have. I'm just rambling, really. There's a lot of this pack that I haven't explored yet, because I've just been building, and I've just been playing and giving myself little challenges, like live off the grid and, you know, just make money with just fishing and stuff like that. And that's where this house kind of came from, is I wanted to make money just from fishing and see, you know, do like a rags to riches kind of challenge and see if I could do it, if I could, you know, live off just fishing. But there's like so much more, like the conservation crew I'd love to start. I've kind of dabbled in it, like I've gone to the volcano island, I can't remember the name of it. I've gone to the island and I've kind of, like, I've picked up some rubbish and I've like cleaned the ocean, blah blah blah, but I've never done it for a career. I've never really like made a milestone out of it. So it's something I'd love to go into more. I might do it with who I place in this house. I might maybe move this to the volcano island. I don't know, I might make another build and put it on here, I don't know. We'll see, the world's my oyster. I don't know if that's like a pun, because it's a fishing, I don't know, probably not. But yeah, I put that light there because I just wanted to see if it would work, really. And they've done a really good job like going through all the items and like seeing what would realistically work off the grid and stuff. They've honestly just done such a good job. I can't really fault The Sims in the past few years. They've been quite good. I think since like the big My First Pet stuff controversy, they've really upped their game and realized that, you know what, we're not going to sit around and have these like little half-assed attempts at stuff. Like we want content. We want pure good content. So yeah, so this is this is me starting. This isn't me starting on the roof at all. I'd already put like 10 minutes of work into it, to try and figure out how to do it, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I decided like, oh, I'm just gonna put grass on the roof. Like that's the easiest way to kind of make it look. Because I wanted it to make it look like it'd been overgrown and just like I said, just abandoned, and no one's really lived here. No one's took care of it. And there's plants on the walls, and it's just this overgrown little mess, but it's got its little charm. It's very, I don't know, it's very cute and quaint. I would love to live here, obviously with power though. I don't think I'd want to live here without any decent plumbing. But it's, yeah, I just put loads and loads of grass. I think that was why it costs so much, because there's just loads of grass on it, and I think there's some that you can't even see, but I've like still kept. I really love how it's turned out. I'm not a very big landscaper, and I think I've done a good job here, for me anyway. Like there's some people that'll probably be like, oh, this is awful, what are you on about? But for me, I'm really impressed with this. It's probably the best build I think I've ever done, and it's quite a rustic build, and I'm more excel at like modern stuff because I'm not a great decorator. I'm not very good at putting clutter anywhere, so modern houses are more me because it's just easier to kind of do them. They don't have to look as lived in, whereas this one I think looks very lived in. It will look very lived in by the time I move my sim in and put even more clutter in there. I wanted to do them overgrown so they kind of started on the floor. I didn't know how to do it, and I got really annoyed with myself because I couldn't figure it out. I mean, I should have recorded myself actually building this, because I just get so stressed all the time. There's like a part, there's some coming up where I try and put like a rock pool in there, and oh my god, my dog was like shocked because I just kept shouting at the screen and waking her up. She wasn't happy. But yeah, these are all the little plants from Jungle Living. Jungle Adventure? Yeah, I think that's it, into Jungle Adventure. I've never used these before because I've just never really had the chance to. I didn't massively explore the jungle world. I kind of went in, did the thing, and left. I think if it was more of like a livable world, I think I would play with it a lot more. And I obviously know like you can use money cheats and stuff and like basically live in the rented places, but it just doesn't feel right. I don't know, I just didn't want to do it. I think, and obviously there's the cheat where you can like convert a world and live there, but I can't figure out how to get it to work, so I've just given up basically. I actually went to live mode and got my sim to paint these little murals, because I wanted it to look like it may have been a bit graffitied, but like nice graffitied, because obviously everyone on the island is really nice, and they're not going to badly do graffiti somewhere. They're going to do it really pretty and make it look nice. And I thought that was quite fitting as well, because obviously it's like a little ocean. It's actually two there. It's one of the woman and the little fishes, and I thought it looked quite good. Like it would blend quite well because it's obviously fish themed. I think there's like one on the other side that's like a fish as well. The other one on the back is like a jungle, but I quite liked it. So you can see a little fish there. And this is me trying to build the pier, and I could not get this pier right. Even when I finished it, I wasn't happy with it. It just doesn't, the length just doesn't seem right, because obviously there it wasn't long enough. Like it needed to be out more so that obviously you could use it and it'd be functional. But yeah, now it just, to me, it looked too long at this point. Like it just didn't seem, I don't know, it just seemed like a lot of pier. So I kept trying to move it closer and closer out to the sea, and then I ended up getting the stairs in the water, and I was like, oh, I have to do this, and then I extended the stairs, and yeah, it was just a little big kerfuffle. It doesn't seem like a big deal now that I'm like talking about it. Just seems like I've made a faff for nothing, but I'm such a control freak. I just wanted it to be perfect. So this is me. There you go. I kind of cut because I'd started it and hated it and didn't record the first part of it. And then I go cut again. I don't know why I kept that little bit of footage in there. But yeah. So this was really difficult to build. I tried to do it to put a hot tub in there so that, you know, I wanted it to be like a little rock pool kind of sauna underwater kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what I mean. But obviously hot tubs don't work off the grid, so I was kind of like really disappointed. This was before I think I'd cut that bit out because I'd like done this whole build and it took me quite a while before I'd realised the hot tub wouldn't work. So, and then I kind of didn't want to just delete the whole thing because I'd already started it and really wanted the idea of it. So I kind of put some little benches in there, like little rock benches, and kind of made it into like a little sitting area. It's not really massively functional, there's nothing going on in there. I just thought it'd be quite a cute little, you know, you kind of come in there with your little sim boyfriend or girlfriend and you could have like a little smooching sesh. Just, you know, it'd be really nice in a little romantic place. And the rocks aren't the same colour. There you go, I'm just testing that you can actually sit on it. Because that's very important that it's actually functional. The rocks aren't the same colour as like because the benches and the rocks don't share the same like swatches, which I can understand why they wouldn't think of that because you just wouldn't really. And then I realised later on that all the rocks in this world are black and mine are grey. So I went round and had to change each colour of each rock. It was really a long time. I kind of regret almost starting this. I should have in hindsight just deleted it as soon as I realised the hot tub wouldn't work because I'm trying to make it work and it just won't. And I'm putting plants on it because that helps apparently. It really doesn't. I should have done like a little waterfall thing and use some of the fountains, but I didn't do that and it was just a little seating area. So that's quite cool. I wish there could be like, I don't know, I wish we could have altered the terrain in this world and kind of, because I would have made that more of a dip, so there was like a little swimming area as well. I could have, I don't know if you can put pools in the water, I'm not really sure. I should have raised it up and maybe put a pool in there, but you know, I didn't. It's too late. And also the benches don't come in a darker swatch than that like isn't like red. So the benches are still white and the rest of it was black. It doesn't fit at all, it doesn't look right. And I really wanted that boat as well to fit like the aesthetic theme that I was going for. So yeah, I finished this. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, I wanted to, right, it really annoys me, okay. This is, right. This little wash bucket thing is not off the grid. Like, you can wash your clothes in it, but you can only use it once because you can't refill it apparently, even though we've got taps, we've got bathtub, we've got the whole blooming ocean, but we can't refill this bucket because plumbing doesn't work. That really annoyed me because I wanted it to be, like, I wanted my game to be as realistic as possible, and for me, I'm just trying to put a massive boat in there. I want it to be as realistic as possible and like a little kind of, you have to do everything. You have to feed yourself, you have to wash your clothes, like stuff that you'd have to do in real life basically. Because I really like that realistic kind of theme. And I'm trying to blend in the other rocks because they weren't the same swatch colour again and it got on my nerves. So I did a little bit of extra landscaping here. Landscaping is so easy in this game pack because everything is like palm trees, that grass, the purple flower stuff, and those like sticky uppy plants. That's 9 times out of 10 what all landscaping is in this world. So it was just really easy for me to do. And because I wanted to put some coconut trees in because I was going to plant some anyway, and I just figured if I start with them fully grown, it makes it a lot easier. I had a little fishing sign. These are some little screenshots as well. That's a little view. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I'm going to post some more stuff. So thanks for watching. Bye!